The 119th Congress begins tomorrow, and once again, House Speaker Mike Johnson is fighting for his political life. Despite support from President-elect Donald Trump, the Louisiana Republican faces a struggle to retain the gavel in the U.S. House of Representatives. All right, let's check in now with Capitol Hill correspondent Erik Rosales. So, Erik, could we see multiple votes before we have a speaker?
Oh, most definitely, Tracy. You know, tomorrow could be a very long day. The new Congress officially begins at noon, and the first order of business is to vote for a new speaker. You may recall Republicans have a razor-thin majority, and Congressman Tom Massie of Kentucky has already said that he's not voting for Speaker Johnson. Others are on the fence. Meanwhile, New York Congressman Mike Lawler says Speaker Johnson has done a great job despite difficult circumstances.
He inherited a mess when Matt Gaetz and 7 of my colleagues teamed up with 208 Democrats to remove Speaker McCarthy, which, as I've said many times, is the single stupidest thing I've ever seen in politics. But this would be equally as dumb.
Meanwhile, others like Republican Congressman Thomas Massie have already said that they won't vote for Johnson. Massie wrote on X, "Mike Johnson is the next Paul Ryan. On January 3rd, 2025, I won't be voting for Mike Johnson. I hope my colleagues will join me because history will not give America another do-over." Others are throwing different names into the ring. Marjorie Taylor Greene wrote on X, "I'd be open to supporting Elon Musk for Speaker of the House. Doge can only truly be accomplished by reining in Congress to enact real government efficiency." At least a dozen are undecided, including House Freedom Caucus Chair Andy Harris.
We obviously have a lot of important things to do in January, but we do need to consider whether, if we're going to advance Mr. Trump's agenda, whether the current leadership is what we need.
I remain undecided, as do a number of my colleagues, because we solved so many of the failures last year that we are concerned about that might limit or inhibit our ability to advance the president's agenda.
Democrats say they're ready to step in and help Republicans govern.
If past his prologue, we know that regardless of who gets the gavel, Mike Johnson or otherwise, he is going to need Democratic votes, though, to legislate. He is going to need Democratic votes to be able to enact the reforms that he is promising.
All agree it's time to get to work.
Having a protracted fight over the speakership will not only distract from that, it'll frankly imperil our ability to do it.
And President-elect Donald Trump is now reportedly wading into the battle, calling on Congressman Chip Roy today on the phone. He says he's still undecided, Chip Roy. Now, depending on how many members are in attendance, Johnson can only afford to lose either 1 to 3 votes. Now, some may vote present, further complicating the process. Democrats, they're already throwing their support behind Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, making it a tough numbers game for Speaker Johnson. At the Capitol, Erik Rosales, EWTN News Nightly.